Hey everybody, welcome to another round of Canje Plays, and today we are getting into our playthrough of Three Sisters. This is a roll and write based game that's going to be fun. Hey Jen, what's going on? Jen and I were just talking, so hey Jen, nice to see you on. So we're going to be playing through Three Sisters, playing through this as a roll and write, trying it out, giving it a shot. I've played the game Motor City Hype. Yes, it's by the devs who made Motor City. That's correct. So I've played this game a couple times and learned to hate Edith. So I am sorry, Edith, if you're out there in real life, but your character in this game is a jerk. So, but it's a lot of fun. This is going to be a fun roll and write session where I show you the game and see if it's something that works. Remember, this is the month of roll and write, roll and write, and print and play, so that we can showcase a lot of these games that are really great, provide a really great fun time and value that may be something that you enjoy, and showcase games that aren't in the like $600+ range of board game buying, where these are more affordable and something that you can I say the under $50 range, so that you can afford to get these, play it, and really enjoy them. Before I begin, I want to say thank you to my patrons, my YouTube subscribers, and if you're neither just coming in, thank you and welcome as well. If you notice, if this is your first time coming on, I always say this, I turn on subscriber only chat only because I want to block the sleazy porn bots from coming on and ruining our good time and good chat and all that stuff. So that is turned on for there. So if you want to pop in, just sub, say what you got to say, and then at the end of the stream, you can unsub, no harm, no foul. Trust me, it's perfectly fine. But it's just making sure that those bots don't interrupt our good time. Other than that, Three Sisters, we're going to get into it. We're going to see what this is about and see if it's something that you want to add to your collection or that scratches that itch of roll and writes. So far, my leading one so far is Hadrian's Wall. I haven't found anything that's beaten that yet. So we're going to see if Three Sisters can touch that. And then I'll also at the end explain why nothing has beaten that yet. I've said it in some other Discords and streams when looking around to see if anybody had any other ideas, but this is the one that we kind of went with. Let's get some information. All right, so homework is just so good. Hadrian's Wall. Homework. That's where my brain goes when I see HW. Homework. Not Hadrian's Wall. And I've been out of school for like ever. I'm ancient. But yet, whenever I see HW, I immediately go to homework. I'm weird. All right, so Three Sisters on Board Game Geek got a 7.6. Manage your backyard garden of corn, beans, and pumpkins. And the Three Sisters is a already established way of gardening that was done, or agriculture that was done by the native population of America prior to, we can call it colonization, since this is the daytime and not a nighttime stream, but prior to colonization. Where it is that you put pumpkins and perennials around the perimeter. You then grow corn, and then you grow beans that attach to the corn stalks and grow themselves up. And it's a way that they kind of protect each other in this harmony that's going, and that's what's called the Three Sisters, right? That's what that is. It's corn, beans, and pumpkins. So the native Americans are the ones that have been using this for generations before colonization. And so that's where it kind of leads into. So designed by Ben Pinchback and Matt Riddle, and published by Motor City Gameworks, who is creating the game that Jen's talking about. It's called Motor City, which is going to be delivering soon. She played it on her channel. I remember seeing that with her TPS reports. So that's going to be coming soon. So check that out as well. I'm trying to see if I can find a copy of that so I can play it and try it out. I saw it at UK Games Expo, but it wouldn't have fit in my luggage, so I wasn't able to snag a copy. Small box game. And this box itself is not that much bigger. It's almost the size of my ridiculously large head. But it should be good to go. It's 1 to 4 players that's on here. The game says best played 2 to 3. I'm going to be playing it solo so you can see Edith play through. 30 to 60 minute playtime, so it's a fast play. It's write sheets that, you know, you get these sheets that you can write on, but you can laminate them if you want to save the planet, or recycle the paper after you're done, right? The game says ages 14 plus. That's the safe zone. So whenever you see 14 plus on a game box, that's just them playing it safe. That's the lowest level age you could go without getting sued. The community says 10 plus can play this game. The weight's about a 2.70 out of 5, and it shouldn't be too bad to pick up and try out. So it should be good. It should be good. So let's get down to the table. Let's go through explaining and setup and all the good things, because setup is not going to take long at all. So let's get down to the table. All right, so this is the game. I've got it super ultra zoomed in, as you can see by my big, huge... Look, one of my hands fills up a page, so that should let you know how small the page stuff is. But it is a beat your own score point salad, basically set up to play that way, where you do something which combos off something else, which gives you score on something else, which you build these things up on other things and just keep going and going and going until you get through. Now, how the game is played is over a series of 8 rounds. In those rounds, you're going to perform 2 actions, and so if you're playing solo mode, so is Edith. You're going to roll some dice. So there's, in the solo mode, you roll 4 dice. You're going to be seeing that symbol a lot because that's a 1. It's just what I roll. Or I roll horribly for what I don't need. So let's just go ahead and spin them all to there. There. So you're going to roll 4 d6s. You're going to get 2 of them. Edith's going to get 2 of them to set up. So the next action that you're going to take is what they call, and I hate that they call it a rondelle. It's anyway. I have feelings. I have feelings about things. But what you have over here is you have this rondelle board that basically has different actions on it. And let me zoom back in here and put it on here so you can see it better. So basically all these different actions you'll be able to do. So whenever you roll these dice and you choose your first and you choose a die, you'll be able to choose what section you want to grow or plant, and we'll talk about that. And then wherever the die was placed, you're going to take that action as well around this rondelle board. And then at the end of the round, there is an event that happens towards that. Now, if you back the Kickstarter, which I didn't, but if you back the Kickstarter, there also comes with a Kickstarter exclusive weather board. Why it's a Kickstarter exclusive? So, but there's a weather board that adds other mechanics to the game. Anyway, these are the different things that we'll go through, and I'll explain when those times come instead of sitting and boring you by doing them up front. Same designers and engine as Fleet the Dice game. It is 100% High Ground Gamer, 100%. I get a huge vibe of Fleet the Dice game from this game, and it shows that it's the same designer that created this. And when we get into it, you'll see exactly. I mean, even the 8-round count Fleet the Dice game. So highest score wins. That's how it sets up. In solo mode, you're only going to be playing against yourself to beat your own score. And this board is 2-sided. There is the regular side for multiplayer, which you see here. And then the side for solo, because you see that one that's using Farmer Edith. This lets you know this is the solo side. Like I said, I will explain all these to you as we go around. Yep, my copy is still in shrink. Pop that open. Let's play it. Let's play it together. Pop it open. So, like I said, I will go through all these actions as it goes because it looks like a lot. It's not complicated. So Jen played Motor City on her channel, and I want to check it out for this month to just give some love to the roll-and writes to see how they go. All right. So how this works is we have, and now that you've seen the board up close, let's zoom over. So we have these rounds. We're starting off on round 1. So we take the round marker and put it on round 1. And then we have Edith. And you'll get used to me calling her by that tone as I play the game. But Farmer Edith's job is basically like Fleet the Dice game, like Captain Jan, I think, or something? But like that, Edith is taking things away from us as we play. So the less things that we have, the lower our score, how things work. So we're going to take Edith and put Edith starting on the apiary. That's where she will begin. There's that gold one that's there that lets you know that that's where she starts. And she starts on she doesn't have any actions. That's just where she begins on the game. You start the game by rolling these 4 dice. So we're going to give them a chuck. Told you I'd roll a 1. And what you do then is you group like numbers. So there's 2 4s, a 1, and a 2. Then in ascending order, you start with Edith's space and you place the dice around the rondelle. I'm gonna stop calling it that. On the cork board. I would play with you, but I have New York City from the Steffenfeld City collection on my game table right now. I don't know what that game is. I have to check that out. I'm gonna put it on the list to check out and see what that is. So since there's a 1, which is the pumpkin, I'm gonna put it in her space. Then we go clockwise. 2, that's there. Then the 4s that are together are gonna go right there. And that's the beginning of the round, right? We always roll the dice and set it. Then we take Edith and we move Edith to the next location that has no dice clockwise, which is going to be here. So we are ready to begin our game. Simple, right? Not hard. Now, on odd number of rounds, I'm going to go first. And on even number of rounds, Edith's going to go first. If you played Fleet the Dice game, you've seen this before. And what I do on my round, for the first die that I pick, I get to pick any one of these dice. So basically, if I pick this die, I will be able to do these actions, which is either gain apiary or fruit. If I pick this die, I'll be able to plant and water. And if I pick one of these dies, I'll be able to do shed time, as well as what the die entails. We're going to talk about that as we play through. Like I said, it's not hard to grasp. So, but after I play, Edith is then going to pick the next die in clockwise order, not just randomly. She's going to go clockwise from where she is and spin around to see what's the next die. So if I take the 2, she's going to take this one. If I take the 4, she's going to take the 1. If I take the other 4, she's going to take the 1. You see? It's a representation of Rioto, which is an earlier Fed game. I'll stop and listen now. No, it's okay. It's okay. Chat away. All right, so I get to decide what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do to start off is I'm actually going to grab this 2. This is going to be the die I take. So I'm going to move this over to the other board, and then we're going to jump over there to see what that does. So I've grabbed this 2 off the board, which was on plant on water. First thing I get to do, when you grab this number, you get to choose. Do you want to plant something or do you want to water something? Well, I'm going to plant something. All right. And when I choose that, you see these zones that say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get the plant. You can only plant in that zone of the number that you took. So for instance, I grabbed the 2. I can only plant in the 2 area. With that being said, I then get to say what 2 I'm going to plant. And basically you plant from the bottom up. You could do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, basically however you want to do it. So these are pumpkins, these are corn, and then those are beans. All right, so I'm going to do plant. I'm actually going to plant here for 1. And then I also get to plant again. I'm going to plant over here. So that's 2. So that is me doing the plant action. After you do that, and you pick this die up and you put it here, you then get to do what's underneath. You then get to do the image. So this is another plant or water. So basically I get to do it again. So I'll come back over to my board and I'll do one, two, right? Simple enough. And then that is my turn. So then we go back over here and we look at Edith's turn. Edith's turn, to where she's going to grab clockwise and she's going to go for this 1, which means, what does Edith do and why do we hate her so? Edith's job is to grab that and basically come over to the 1 area, and she's going to cross off and remove from you, like Fleet the Dice game, she's going to cross off and remove the most expensive thing, and she's going to prioritize pumpkin, corn, and then beans. And she's always going to prioritize the one with the highest value. Well, over in 1, this pumpkins here have the highest value. So basically, let's give Edith something fun here. I'll grab this guy. And she basically says, all this is no longer available to you. Don't ask about it. It doesn't exist. She took it away. So that's in the 1 zone because she grabbed the number 1 value die. Then she's going to do what's at the bottom. So she's either going to do take away an important apiary or fruit. Well, she prioritizes because of the blue tack mark, and that's just what she does. She's going to prioritize the apiary. So she's going to come over here to the apiary and say, okay, well, is she going to shut down wax, honey, or split hive? She prioritizes the highest, which is wax first because it's 4 goods and 5 blah, blah, blah. So Edith's going to cross that off, and that is no longer available to me. Just the wax part, just the highest score one shuts it down. She shuts down the whole cookie operation. So after that, that ends her turn. So now it comes to my turn. Well, now instead of me saying, oh, I'm going to pick another die of my choosing, I have to pick the next die in clockwise order. I have to, which is a 4. Okay, so that means I get to grow first, like we talked about in number 4. So I'm going to grab this one and this one. Yes. I almost thought I screwed myself up there. All right. Then I get to choose what's called a shed action. I just did that. Shed actions, if you come over here, this is the shed, and I get to choose what my shed actions are going to be, like which one I'm going to cross off. I only get 1. And shed actions are the things that build up your combos. So shed actions can give you, can have you take a perennial, can basically get you to water a zone, can get you to do a bunch of other stuff and builds up. So that's your the shed is your combo maker. So this is the market, like what you saw in Fleet. So I am actually going to do the seed spreader seems interesting, but I'm going to grab the rain barrel for my shed action. It says, after rain, water a zone. I get the water 1 zone for free, which is great. So that's my, and you only get the circle in 1 on the shed action. And that is my 4. That's gone. Well, Edith is going to do the same thing. Now, I'm going to move this over to the center so you can see this a little bit better of what she's going to do. So when it comes to the shed action, so first of all, she's going to cross over the most expensive thing in spot 4, which to me is this one here, this pumpkin. So that's gone. And then she's going to take a shed action based on the number that's drawn. Well, in solo mode, you've got this handy dandy thing that's here that's telling you that she's going to cross out fruit bowls because she rolled a 4. So she's going to cross out fruit bowls. So fruit bowls, the entire thing is gone. Fruit bowls are done. That's it. And that ends the run. And that is all the dice that's been spent. Now, at the end of the round, if you notice down here, as before the round 2 starts, at the end of the round, we get to do something that's underneath all of these. For this specific round, it's called, we get to take a shed action. Edith doesn't get to partake in this. This is our thing. She doesn't get to partake in it. So what I'm going to do for my shed action is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to finish off the rain barrel. So the big circle lets you finish it off. So that says, so now the rain barrel's mine, and I have claimed the 2 victory points that are there that are going to be mine. So now after it rains, I'll get to water a zone for free. Woohoo! Okay, that ends the round. So at the end of the round, we're going to move this here to round 2, and then rinse and repeat. So we're going to roll these dice. Why do I play this game? I told you I rolled terribly. So I rolled a bunch of 1s. So those will go here. Sorry, where she is. That's going to go where she is. And then one more that's going to go there, and then she'll be at shed time. So she gets to go first. I play this game. So she gets to go first. Of course, you know, she's going to take the first thing in clockwise order. So she's going to cross off this 2-coster. I think it's the high. I think she shuts down pumpkins first. I believe she shuts down pumpkins first. Let me check. Let me check. Let's see. Farmer either crosses off one crop in the garden zone indicated by the value of the die. The crop she chooses is based on this priority system. Pumpkins, corn, and beans. Yes, she does do the highest level pumpkins, so that pumpkin's crossed off. And then she's going to do what is called, it says 1 compost and 4 goods. That's what she's going to do. So that action, because she's going to take something away from me because of it, Farmer Edith crosses off the next available bonus action on the goods track. You must skip this box entirely when you reach it on the goods track. Yay! So just like in Fleet, she shuts... That's shut down for me. So that, just like in Fleet, where that's a bonus wild action, she's completely shut it down. And that's her. Cool. So I am going to take one of the number 1 pumpkins, and I'm going to shade in this one so she doesn't take it away. So I will shade that. And then I get to perform 1 compost and 4 goods, which means I gain a compost. And when you gain a compost, you put a dot in this location. And compost you can use to raise a die by 1 or lower a die by 1 if you want. And you could just use it on your turn. So I had 1 to start. If I wanted to make that a 2, I could have just used the compost, and then I'd have made that die a 2. So it's dice mitigation. And you can use as many as you want. As many as you have, should I say. So now that I have 2, I can raise and lower a die by 2 if I want. And I gain 4 goods. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, which would have been great, but she shut down that special action. And she's about to do it again. So that's that. Then we come back over to the rondelle board, and it's going to spin around. She's going to grab that other one. And this time, when she's crossing out, now she's going to start crossing out corn. So the highest level corn, it doesn't matter since none of them are filled in. So she's going to shut that one down. That's gone. I can't make that corn anymore. And then she's going to do another compost goods action where she's going to shut down the next thing that's here. And I'm not going to have any wild actions for a while. That's going to be her. Then my turn, I'm going to grow in zone 3 because I have to take this one. And it's an apiary or fruit maneuver. So I'm going to grow in zone 3. So I wanted to take this one for 1. And let's go over here for 2. I always try to get at least 1 pumpkin in the zone. And then we're going to do an apiary or fruit. But I think I'll like this game. I have a fiance named Ida who my sister used to call Ida. So if we take an apiary, we get to mark up on this track, which builds things up and gives us some nice bonuses. If we take a fruit, we get to pick the leftmost side of whatever we want, where this one would give me 3 goods if I take a raspberry, 2 bonus points for blackberries. If I get 2 of these, I get to water for free. And then apples, get 2 of those will give me 3 points. So I think I'm going to take a raspberry because I need to get out of this zone of no wilds, which gives me 3. So 1, 2, 3. So maybe I won't roll any more 1s to ruin my life. And that is going to end that is going to get end of all our turns. Then we look at the bottom of the round where it says it rains. So when it rains, what that does is it says that every place, and we'll take it zone by zone, but every place that has been planted grows 1. So it's raining now, and remember, my rain barrel says after rain, I get to water a zone again. So this is going to be everything that has been planted grows. So 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. This is already at the top, so it doesn't need to. This will grow here. This grows, yay! This one does as well. So does that one. I think those are the only zones that I grew in. Yep. And then I get to water a zone again. So because of my rain barrel, after rain, water a zone. So I get to pick 1 zone and I get to water it. I'm going to water zone 2. So everything grows 1 again. So notice I didn't go on this side because these are beans. You cannot cross off or grow beans until you've done 2 corn. So they have to be lateral before you can move. Once corn reaches that height, then you could do beans. So there we go. I got the water again because of my rain barrel. It's all working out. It's all working out. And that ends the round. So we're going to move this over to that side and re-roll these dice and hope that, gosh, I don't roll all 1s. You know I'm going to roll all 1s, right? 2s, 3s, and 5s. Okay, so we place the 2s where she is, 3 at the farmer's market, 5 at the apiary, and then move her to plant and water. Okay, I get to go first. If I pick a 2, if I pick a 5, I'll be able to be... So if I pick a 5, I'll be over here. If I pick a 3, it'll be here. If I pick a 2... I'll get to do the farmer's market, which says how much goods I have will give me compost potentially for the farmer's market, and I'll show you all that once I get there. So, just like Fleet, if you've played it. I could do zone 3, which will let me get a tulip, which will let me get a fruit. So I could chain stuff now. I think the corn has to be that height because the beans use the stalks. Yes, that is correct, Jen. Correct. So I'm thinking I might go zone... Yeah, because, well, shed time might be necessary. Zone 5 doesn't really... It's not really blowing the skirt up. Let's see. But we need to spread out if we're going to really make some points. I think I might do zone 3. Yeah, I'm going to do zone 3. So I'm going to take the 3 die. So I'm going to come over here and take the 3 die from here. And it'll be... Let me do the pumpkin. 1. And let's do 1 over here. So that's 1, 2. And then I get to do a farmer's action. So on a farmer's action, let me pull the board back over, trying not to mess up his state. So on a farmer's action, you look over here and you say, how many goods do you have? And that will be how much compost and extra ability things that you get. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 goods, which means I just land in this area where I'll actually gain a free perennial and 1 compost. So I'll put bubble in my compost. And then we'll look over at the perennial board, which is down here at the bottom, that you get to choose which one that you want. If I take a daffodil, I'll gain a shed action. I'll gain a free shed wild action. I gain 2 composts with crocus. The hyacinth, it'll give me 2 goods. The irises will give me another compost. The hydrangeas will give me an apple, and the tulips will give me a fruit. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, The irises will get me a free water. It lets me, well, whenever I water, it'll spread the zones. So that could be helpful. That's a super high score too. I think I am going to do the irises. So I'm going to do the irises, which will give me a free compost. And that will be this. All right, let's see how Edith ruins my day. Edith is going to cross off something in zone 2, taking the number 2 die. Of course, that's gone, so she can't take that away from me. But she is going to cross off that one. And then she's going to cross off a shed action. It's number 2, so the hive tools she will get rid of. That is gone. So the hive tools have been crossed off, and that is her number 2 that she uses. I have to do the number 2 one as well. Funny to say that. So I have to pick the next one in clockwise order, which is the 2, as you can see here, which is the 2 in clockwise order from her. So I will say I'll plant these stalks here. So I'll do a stalk here and a stalk here too. And then I get a shed action. Let's go with the new the new the mason jars will give me, every time I do a blackberry harvest, I'll gain a good. If I do the pie safe, whenever I harvest from apples or peaches, I will gain a good. Like, the mason jars are low-hanging fruit. But it might work out. I'm going to do that one. I'm going to get the mason jars. It might work out, and that gives me that victory point. And that's it. Then she's going to do cross out something in number 5, which will be the pumpkins that are there. It's the only thing there that she can grab. And then she's going to cross off an apiary or fruit. So she crosses off the honey. Honey is gone. And that's it. Then at the end of the round, we do another farmer's market. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to gain another. I'm going to gain another perennial and a compost. So let's do the tulips, which will give me fruit, because I want to build up that track. She seems to be crossing off a lot off of that. So that gives me a free one of those. And there it is. All right, then we move on to round 4, where it's going to rain and it's going to be great. Let's roll these dice. So I will never be able to use a wild star action. Gotcha. And then 3 and 5, and she will move over here. And because it's an even number, she's going to go first, which means she's going to cross off something in square 1. Oh, God. Okay, this is fun. This is fun. So she's going to grab... That's gone. And then she is going to... do... This wasn't a goods one. What is she going to do? What is she going to do here? What does she do here? I think she's going to do it again. I'm trying to remember what she does there. Farmer either crosses off one crop in the garden zone indicated by the value on the die. So, yeah, she does it again. So this area is pretty much useless to me. Sweet. Thank you, Farmer Edith Jerk. Okay. So, that area is completely useless to me. But what I'm going to do... Yeah, because then I'll take the 5 and I'll be fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this 1 and I'm going to use compost to increase it. So I don't want to build in 1 anymore. That's kind of pretty much useless to me. But I can build in, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can increase it to 6 if I want. I think I'm going to increase it to 4 because that's what I want. So it's 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I cross off that and I increase this dice to 4. And I'm going to build in 4. And I'm going to plant here. And I'm going to plant here. Then I'm going to take the plant and water action again to do, because we're going to rain this year, which is great. I'm going to do this one and this one. There we go. Then she's going to cross off stuff on number 3. I got both of those covered. She can't shut that down because I'm building it, but she can shut that one down. And then she's going to shut something off from shed time, which is the shovel. So she's going to shut the shovel. Shovel's gone. And that's going to end her turn. And then I've got, so that was the 3 that was here. The 3 was here. And then I've got the 5, which I grow in 5, and then I'm going to gain 1 compost and 4 goods. So I'm going to grow in 5 for 1, 2. Why not? And then I'm going to gain 1 compost and 4 goods. 1. And that is the fun side. So now that ends all the dice. We go at the end of the round, we'll do the rain. So rain is gonna rain everywhere. So stuff gets to grow. So we cap out on you. You as well. Same as you. Everything grows 1. Everything grows 1. Woohoo! Look at that. That's some nice scoring right there. Come down here. Grow, my friends. Grow. Grow, my children. Now, remember, after it rains, water 1 zone that I want. Ooh, what should I water? What should I water? I'm a water zone. Water zone 3. Because I got plans. So water. Sweet. That's beautiful music right there. Okay. All right. So then we move to 5, which will be my turn once we roll these dice. Stop rolling 1s! So I'll put this here. 2 5s go together at shed time and farmer's market, and she will move to the apiary. All right, I get to go first. So if I take a 5, a 6, I can do 3 compost, which would be the rest of my compost, to make it a 3. And that way I could get a hyacinth and a tulip. Or I could do the 1. I can't do the 1 is pointless because 1's completely shut down. If she takes the 1, that's good. I'll leave the 1 for her. So it's either 6 or 5. And I could do, if I do 6, it would be over here. 5, it'll be over here. I'm going to get to do 5 anyway, so do I want to do a double 5? Yeah, because I'll go, she'll go, I'll go, then she'll get the 6. I'm okay with her getting the 6. I'm going to take the 5. So I'm going to take the 5 from here. So I get to do stuff in here. So I'm going to plant here and here respectively. And then I get to do shed time. We're on round 5. Let's start working towards the new tractor, getting some big score at the end. So let's do that there. And that's going to be the 5 that I use. Then she's going to come over here and she's going to go clockwise. And she's going to cross out something in square 1. Well, since she's already decimated square 1, I'll just let her keep doing it because she'll do the beans next. And then she will do an apiary or fruit that's under that she's going to pick. So she's going to cross out, the fruit's always going first. So she's going to cross out the split hive, I believe. Yeah. And that's going to be her 1 that she uses. I have to go clockwise, so I'm going to grab the 5. So I get to do stuff in 5 again. So I'm going to do... let's do this and that. Guarantee those points when it rains. For the 5, and then I get to do shed time. Have you had a chance to check out their current Kickstarter yet? Not yet. Not yet, Jen. So... another shed time. Let's move that tractor towards completion. And that's going to be the end of my 5. And then she'll take the 6. So she'll cross out the highest one in 6, which is that. And then she will do a farmer's market as 6. She's going to cross off a daffodil. So she shuts that down. And that will end that. At the end of the turn, I take a farmer's market action. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Which is still not enough, but that's okay. I still will get a free perennial. Let's do a free shed action on a daffodil. Ooh, no, not you, not you, not Edith, not Edith, me. So we'll do a free shed action, which I'll shade in the tractor. Oh, sorry, you didn't see that. I did a daffodil, which gives me a free shed action, so I shaded in the tractor. So I got 3 more to go before I get 18 points. Okay, that ends the farmer's market side of things. Right? Oh, I was supposed to get 1 compost too. Alright, so then we'll move to the shed action. We'll move to round 6 and roll these dice. Thank you. Thank you for not rolling a 1. So 2s and 5s go together. So we'll put the 2s where she is. The 5s on the other side. So we're both going to be doing the same thing. She's going first. Clockwise order. She's going to grab the 2. And she's shutting something down in 2. Well, the thing she could shut down is that. And then she's going to do an apiary or fruit bit. So let's see. Apiary fruit for her. Farmer either chooses one of the 2 sections and crosses off 1 empty box in that section. So it's a 2 she's picking. She's going to do the rightmost apple on the fruit side. So the rightmost apple, she crosses that off. Okay, that's her. I need to take a 2 as well. Funny enough for me to say that I need to take a 2. Anyway, 1. And then I'll take this iris. I'll plant this perennial because, and you can only plant these if you've got both pumpkins built on either side of it. So which I do, I'm going to take that iris And that iris is going to fill this in. So when I plant and water, I can do plus or minus a zone. So cool. So that gels well with my rain barrel. Okay, so that was the 2, and then I get to take one of these actions. Apiary of fruit. Let's do apiary. And I'll get a free fruit. Yep, so I'll do a raspberry, which will give me 3 goods. 1, 2 for the wild, and then 3. So I got a new wild action. My wild action, I'm going to fill in the new tractor, so you see the chain starting to happen. And that's how you do it. And that's the 2 being used. She's going to grab the 5, so she's going to cross something off on 5. The only thing she can cross off, one of these. And then she's going to cross off something else. Here, jerk. I don't like Edith. Edith is cruel. Then I grab the other 5. So let's see what we're going to do about that. Those are ready to rain. The only thing I can do. 1. Yep, that's the only thing I can do. 2. Okay. Then I get the plant or water. So I'm going to do it again. I should water. Well, no, I got to plant because I got to do this one and that one. Okay, so when I water here, these should all complete. So that's set up. I need to get this this hyacinth and this tulip, so I'll have to shrink the dice next round so I can do that. All right, that's all the dice actions. So we get to do another a shed action this time, which let's put it towards that new tractor for me, and we're ready to continue. And we'll move to round 7. Oh, we got a 4 and I go first. Yes! All right, so 4s will go here. And then, oh, sorry, that should be a 3. 3 will go here. 4 will go there. And 5 will go there. She'll go here. Okay, so if I take the 3, I can get the 18 points. She'll take the 3, and then I won't be able to get the 18 points. However, a 4 will give me a compost and 4 goods. Those 4 goods will give me a wild action. That wild action will give me that. And I'll be able to build in 4, preparing for the rain to come. So I could take a 4 and do that. Then she'll take the 3. I'll take the other 4. And then she'll take the 5. And the 5, she's going to hurt me. The 5, she's going to go for the fruit, and she's going to cross off a blackberry. That doesn't bother me. And she can't really hurt us anymore in the 5 zone. So if she takes the 5, that's fine. The shed action of her crossing off the 3 would be crossing off the shovel, and she wouldn't get it anyway. She would cross off something on 3, which that's okay. So the 4 seems to be the best thing to do. If I take the 4... I can reduce it by 1 to make it 3 to get the hyacinth and the tulip. Nope, let's save that. I'll take the 4 and prep myself for raining so I can make it work. So I'm actually going to take the 4 from here. So I'm going to take the 4, so I'm going to build in 4, and I'm going to do 1, 2, there, to build in 4. And then I get 1 compost and 4 goods. 1, 2, 3, 4, which gives me a wild action, which let's go ahead and complete this to ba-boom, ba-boom, get those lovely 18 points. And that is the 4 that I'm taking. She's going to grab the 3, cross something off on 3, So she's going to cross out this. And then she's going to cross off on shed time, which 3 is the shovel. She's already crossed off the shovel, so she won't do anything. And that ends her turn. Clockwise, I get the 4 again. And this time, I think I should take the 4 to prepare for watering. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll take the 4 and prepare for watering. So I'm going to water here. Plant there and increase it there. So we should be good. And, oh, goodness. Oh, that sucks. I forgot about this one. Oh, well. Then we'll gain 1 compost and 4 goods. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're close away from a wild, which could help me get that one. Because I've done this and I've done that next to it, so that's available. All right, so that was the other 4 here. And then she's going to take the 5. So she's going to cross something off on 5. The only thing she can cross off is the beans. All right, and then she will do, and she'll come over here and look at where the blue dot is. It's on fruit. So at 5, she's going to cross off the blackberry. That is here, rightmost blackberry. And then we do, at the end of the round, we'll do a farmer's market. So I have in my hand here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 20, right? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 21. So I have 21, and the farmer's market here says I gain a wild fruit and a perennial. So I'm going to gain the perennial of the iris. And I gain a wild fruit of my choice. Let's keep the raspberries running, right? If I do a black... Ooh, I'll get a wild if I do, because I got mason jars. I'm going to do a blackberry. And this triggers 1 good per blackberry harvest. So I'm going to get the wild. That wild... I saw what I wanted to do just now, and it's just gone. It's gone. Oh, yeah, I'm going to use the crocus one here to do that, to do this, to gain 2 composts. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, cool. So that ends that. We now move into the final round. 8 rounds. Me and these ones are going to have a talk. 1, 2, 5. Edith moves there, and since it's even, she's going to go first. It does go very fast. She's going to go first. She's crossing stuff out in 1, which that's just her life right now. And then she's going to cross something out in shed time. It's going to be the fancy labels. The fancy labels, she's shutting that down. And that is hers. I am so increasing that 1. So I'm coming over here. I'm going to grab the 1 and I'm going to increase it with compost to get to 3. So that's my goal. So I'm going to grab that 1, spend 2 compost to make it a 3. So I can grow... Everything else is set up. So let's set this up here and here for the 2. And then I get shed time. I'm going to grab the casserole dish since we're in the end game. And that is my 1. she's going to grab the 2. And she's going to cross off that. And then her 2 is for a farmer's market. She's going to cross off hydrangeas. So hydrangea top. Can't get that 7 score. That's not going to hurt my heart. And that's going to do that. And then I'm going to grab the 5. So the 5, I'm actually going to use compost to go 5, 4, 3. So I'm going to use 2. And I'm going to circle in the hyacinth and the tulip. So the tulip, 2 per peaches. I haven't done any peaches. And the hyacinth, I just get 2 goods. 1, 2. And then I get an apiary or fruit action. I'll do the raspberries because I'll do the blackberries because the blackberry gives me goods. So I'll do the blackberry to get a good. And that is the 5. Then we do the final rain. Everything grows. So you'll grow. So will you. You 2 will. Filling that out. You 2 will. Filling that out. Same here. Here. There you go. Bada boom, bada boom. Filling these up. That's how it goes. And so then we score. So first we score the garden. So it's if you filled up all the corn, you get 3. If you filled up all the beans, you get 1. So this is 4. Well, and then that's goods. I think I gave myself those goods for... Did I give myself those goods for filling those up? I don't think I did. I think I shortchanged myself a lot in this game. I don't think I gave myself the goods for doing that. But whatever. Let's do this. So 1, 2, 3. So that's 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 44 on the garden. Yep, 44. Perennials, I didn't hit the cap on any of them, so I don't get any. That's 0. Apiaries, 0. Fruit, I got 2, 4. That's it. That was awful. The shed, I've got 18, 19, 20, 21. Do some quick math. So that is 6, 65, and 4, 69. 69 is my final score. Ta-da! That is 3 sisters. That is the game in a nutshell. I did shortchange myself in these goods because there's no way that I didn't do that. There's no way that I kept up with that. I was just hitting these top ones and I wasn't giving myself the goods, which I should have been. People who are watching it now are going to watch it later are probably going to be like, oh yeah, you missed that and that really cost you. So what's the scoring like? 69. So I got 69 on my score. And 69 says, you have been crowned a state champ. That's right, I'm a state champ. I'm famous. The next one would be, you have become an internet famous blogger. And the last one, if you get 100 plus, you've been given your own TV show. So, but those are, and I made 69, which means I have been crowned a state champion. And that final scoring. Now, if you got the Kickstarter campaign and you got the weather expansion, there is weather that happens that affects the game as well. So, start of the rounds, different things happen as you play, as you can see here. As you play, like, what you roll and what gets played there gets put. So, there's a weather die that'll do stuff and have effects that break down. So, that's a weather expansion. It was a Kickstarter exclusive. So what that tells me, which I don't know why they did it that way, but what that tells me is that if you didn't back the Kickstarter, you're SOL. And you will not be able to find that unless you find it aftermarket, unless they choose to release this at some point, but they're not doing it presently, right? Yeah. But that is Three Sisters. That is, as I can say, or should I say, as I've said, that is just like Fleet the Dice game that's built like this. So how does it stack up for me? And remember, they have Motor City. So check out Motor City. Like I said, Jen did a playthrough on her channel if you want to check that out. How does this play for me? Okay, let me be the real, because I told you I'm gonna be real. I don't like games where the AI takes things from you. I don't like that. I think like there's a strategic part of it, but there's like a lot that it takes away from an experience for me, if that makes sense. So this is the reason why Hadrian's Wall is number one. The AI, which is supposed to pose as the second player in the game, the AI doesn't take anything away from you. It's just a card that you flip that you could use, which will cause another picked card to be drawn, but you don't have to, and you can ignore it and play the game true solo, no interruptions, nothing. That's one of the reasons that sings to me for Hadrian's Wall. The other thing that sings to me for Hadrian's Wall is the combos are immediate. It's not, okay, I need to build this thing and then wait, and then build this thing and then wait. It's, I start off with a set of meeples. I play one, which gives me another, which then I'll play those two, which will give me another. Then I'll use this over here, which will give me which will then give me a brick. I can use that brick over here to give me this wall, to do this thing, and it's just this huge amount of combos that are going on, and then the game responds to what you've done by doing the picked card drawings. I love that about this game, or about Hadrian's Wall, so much that it's so far, it's my number one. It's my number one. It's my number one. Flippin' right. It's a flippin' right game, but it's my number one in this genre because I don't. You immediately off the bat, multiple options are available to you, whereas in this game, you have to build up to it, and then it's kind of slow roaming to do it. Right. I know somebody recommended to me Legacy of You, so I have that coming in, which I'm going to play. Because it's not just a point chase, there's actually a campaign to it, and on top of that, it's not a beat your own score per se. It's more play the campaign and see that through. Hadrian's Wall has ruined all other solar games for you. It really has. It really. That's the scary part, Jen. I think it really has. I can't seem to get past how beautifully elegant it is, right? It's just beautifully elegant. It's, as soon as the game starts, you've got multiple options available to you. And it just kicks off that where the entire game you're just flying through doing all these different combos and building these things up. And the stream, there's no more games coming in from me. Aww. No, I think that Hadrian's Wall is really it. I wish that there was the concept of building the wall, the theme. I don't care about. Like, I mean, I think it's cool. I think it's nice, but it's not the concept. It's not the theme. It's the mechanics, and I want those mechanics in other games. So, I want those mechanics in so many other games. So, if you know of any game, because someone recommended the something of the somethings games, which was like Paladins of the West Kingdom, Architects of something, Wayfarers of the South Tigris. Whereas these genres of games that have but as I keep looking at different videos on there, or I look at the solo modes and read the rule book, I'm running into cases where it's it's like this, where there is an AI that's taking things from you. I don't want that. All right. So if you're looking to say, hey, Canje, do this recommendation of playing this something of the something kingdoms or the Tigris or whatever. If the AI takes something from you, I don't want it. If it's like combo central out the gate, and I'm talking about whether that hinders or hurts you, I don't care, because that's the beauty of it. But if you see that, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for combo madness, worker placement style deal type of thing. I mean, I think that's the reason that gets me into terraforming Mars. Even though terraforming Mars out the gate, you get a corporation, and you get I always play with Prelude, so you get a corporation, and then you get these Prelude cards, and automatically they start comboing for you, and then you just build your engine around it to get more and more and more and more. And I think that core mechanic is what solidifies me in there. I play Terraforming Mars 2-player only, or multiplayer. Let me not say 2-player, multiplayer only, because it does have the point score chase with no other goal. But I like that system. Like, I just like I like options out the gate. I like multiple different avenues of combos, and I like that there's not something taking something from you. Jen says, I'm gonna stream Wayfarers of the South Tiger soon. Awesome. Yeah, I'll watch you play it. I'm curious on how it plays, so we'll see. I also improve. I don't know why that's not popping up on this chat. It's like it's taking a while to do it. Something happened. Something weird's going on. But Higher Ground says, I also prefer non-invasive AIs that are easy to run. Yes. So if you know of games like that, tell me. Tell me. Those are the games I'm looking for. And so far in this, Hadrian's Wall's just blowing everything out the water for me so far. So that is going to be this playthrough of Three Sisters. If you, like I said, if you prefer these and this game's for you from what you've seen, check it out, pick it up. That's just where it falls for me, right? But check it out, pick it up. It might be something that you really enjoy and you can really dig into, and it'll be something great to add to your collection. All right, so let's head back up top. Intro. One of those buttons is me. So that's going to be Three Sisters for that playthrough. I don't know what's coming up next week. I haven't decided yet. I think I probably might pull out some... I've got some other stuff to play. I just need to learn how to play it. But I think I might dig into some of the Kickstarters, print and plays that I got to try out. Like, for instance, I have... Voyages. I've printed out Voyages. I've printed it out. So I might bring that back to the table for a playthrough so y'all can see that. I know Postmark Games is coming out with their new ones, which is the one on hiking. It's called it's not Trails. What's it called? Great Googa Mooga. What's it called? I'm trying to remember. What was the one that they got one that's coming out really soon? It's not Aquamarine. It's one where you're hiking trails. It's like you're walking through a park or something. And I keep forgetting what it's called. But anyway, that's the one that they're coming out with soon. Waypoints. That's it. Waypoints. That's the one I want to try out to see how that plays. I like their games. They're very quick games. 2 dice. You're good to go, and it's fun. But that's all. That's going to be what I'm going to try to get a hold of them to get a hang of that. Tiletum is good, but the solo AI out of the box is way too complicated. There is a great AI on BGG by David Smith, who is in my game group. Shameless plug. So I mean, I'm up for. I think Tiletum. Yes, yeah. I remember you recommended Tiletum to me before. I need to check out Tiletum to see what it looks like. I I need to look into that and see how it plays. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I don't know what is going on with this chat. Let me do this. This is weird. This is the fun of live streaming. Yet weird crap happening. Let me do this. Pop that out. Move this all the way over here so I can see your lovely chats. And we will get that, copy. And this is the fun part of streaming, people. This is the glory stuff that people never tell you about. Because, you know, it's so awful. All right, let's see if that fixes it. Let's see. No, it's weird. I think it's busted again. They did an update. That's probably why. Okay. So I'm gonna check out Tileton and see what's up. I do have a lot of people recommended Mind Clash to me. I have Perseverance and I just got Tricarian. I'm gonna play both of them to try them out because I hear they're different experiences. I'm just using core box for solo mode. So I know that the devs for Tricarian created another expansion that costs $45 for solo mode. I'm not doing that. I'm doing what comes out of the box because you shouldn't have to do that. But Perseverance, I believe, comes with a solo mode built into it. So I'm going to be giving those two a try after this month so we could try those out this month for roll and write and print and play. So we'll see how that sets up. Anyway. Thanks everybody for joining me. I hope you really appreciated this playthrough of Three Sisters, and if it's something you want to add to your collection or not, you should add Hadrian's Wall. Hadrian's Wall is amazing. It's my number one so far. Thank you, Cynthia, for introducing me to that. Yeah, no problem. So thank you, my patrons, my YouTube subscribers, and if you're neither just coming in to hang out, thank you for hanging out with me as well. I will see you tomorrow. Jen, thank you. I saw Jen's name and I was like, I'll see you tomorrow. So tomorrow I will be playing on Jen Cam's Play Board Games Twitch live stream. We will be playing Earth together on Board Game Arena. So come check us out, hang out, have a good time. Jen's amazing. So we're going to be on her channel streaming Earth and having a good time while doing that. She's probably going to decimate me in score like she's done before. But we're still going to have some good laughs and have a grand old time. So I will see y'all tomorrow on Jen's Twitch channel if you want to pop over there. It's just like you see her name in the chat. Jen Cam Plays Board Games. One word in Twitch. You'll be able to get to the channel. It's tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern EST. So check us out over there. We're going to play Earth. Then I'll be back Tuesday playing something else, and we'll continue through this month of roll, write, print, and play, having a good time, and then move into July where I've got a lot of games scheduled to come out, so we'll see how that goes. I'm going to de-shrink Three Sisters now. All right, catch y'all later. Just remember, everybody, I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. See y'all later. Bye-bye.